Now, last December, Myanmar ratified the UN Convention on the Rights for Persons with Disability, making it the 23rd country in the Asia-Pacific to do so. In this next story, our news team meets with a rights activist to see how Myanmar is progressing in empowering persons with disabilities, or PWDs. More in this report. It is not easy being disabled in Myanmar, but this man, Mr. Lin Soe, and his friends wanted to change all that. At a young age, he had to crawl to go to school. Now Lin Soe is devoting himself to the Myanmar Independent Living Initiative, an organization championing equal rights for persons with disabilities. Myanmar Independent Living Initiative is a brainchild of Mr. Lin Soe and many others like him in Myanmar. Their goal is to create a barrier-free and right-based society for persons with disabilities in a country rarely known for its human rights initiatives. Born in 1981 in rural areas, Lin Soe, who cannot walk since the age of 3, has experienced many of the barriers in areas like education and work, and thus can empathize with other PWDs and their families.
When I saw many other persons with disability who are losing their rights, I became inside my heart that I feel something, and then it made me motivation to work for people with disabilities.
And he has done just that. For more than a decade, Lin Soe has devoted himself to empowering PWDs, working with communities on the ground, as well as creating partnership regionally and with the government.
Myanmar society understands that the people with disability cannot live independently in the community because they need help every time. They don't like that. But from the point of our view, that the independent living means decision making and self-arrangement and everything, decision maker could be person with disability. The basic principle of our organization is to get the equal rights and full inclusion of people with disability in Myanmar society.
In order to achieve the
In June this year, a sign of change was in the air when Lin Soe, along with many of his PWD's compatriots, was invited to Naypyidaw to be a part of the government's Make the Rights Real campaign, an affirmation of Myanmar's commitment since the ratification of the UN Convention of the Rights of Persons with Disabilities last December. According to the government, a draft law for PWDs is now in the pipeline, soon to be considered by Parliament.
We like to make awareness to the whole people about how we should take care for the disabilities and how we should make connection and communicate, how we should value upon them and how their capabilities could be integrated for the interest of our people.
As a work in progress, the empowerment of persons with disabilities in Myanmar is an example of the political space that has now opened up in the country, particularly the public dialogue between the government and civil society groups. Perhaps this working relationship is a small but positive sign of things to come. I'm Panu Wongcha-um of Thai News Agency, reporting for ASEAN TV from Myanmar.